Hello, welcome back, Steve's Retirement Corner. Living paycheck to paycheck in retirement. That's exactly what we're doing. The difference is, Doc, we're doing it by choice. And there's a huge difference between choosing to and having to, Doc. There's a lot of people out there that ain't got that option. We probably know more than our fair share, to be honest with you. You know, we ain't had to really in quite a few years. And I remember how hard it was back then when I was young and strong. Having to do that now that I'm getting old and feeble, I just couldn't imagine having to go through that. And that's why we continued to live like that even after we didn't have to, because I didn't want to get back to that point. You know, it's the majority of the problems that we've had since I've been retired are self-inflicted problems. That's it's like that 401k thing. You know, that big hit that we take once a year rattles our cage a little bit, and it takes us a few minutes to step back and say, "Hey, man, you know that it's not that big a daggone deal." You see, when I was working, in order for me and Connie to have any daggone thing, we had to look at our checking account as all the money we had in between us and the world. And you know, anything we might have had in a brokerage account or an IRA or savings account or whatever somewhere else was all kind of in a big lockbox. It was for emergencies only. And for us, the daggone, you know, month-to-month living is not considered an emergency. And that's the way we transferred over to my 401. As far as we're concerned, that's all we got in the daggone world, man, and we got to make that last. What happens is that distribution goes into my money market, and every month they push $3,000 over to my checking account, and then we're still living off of that paycheck, that $3,000 that goes in the bank, in the checking account. That's why when that thing takes a big hit, it rattles us a little bit, and there's really no reason for it, because we're living comfortable with whatever the heck we got, you know. That $3,300 a month wasn't a number I just picked out of thin air. It took some actual thought behind it, you know, work. And by getting that $3,300, as long as I know I got $3,300 a month in that daggone checking account, I know we're fine. It not only covers our basic needs like housing and food and junk like that, but it also gives us a few dollars to enjoy life a little bit and to you know, cover some of life's little hiccups. It seemed to happen all the daggone time for $100 here or $50 there or whatever. And that's the way we always worked it, and that's the way we're working it in retirement, even though we don't have to. You know, you know, sometimes I'm thinking, you know, I do get to thinking, hey man, am I shortchanging myself because I ain't spending enough? You know, that's a question that won't be answered for decades, probably, at least 10 years. But right now, the answer is no. You know, as far as I'm concerned, hey man, we live in a great life. You know, when you go through a tight period like that, you know, I don't know that it necessarily scars you, but it leaves an impression on you, and you have to adapt to get through it. And once you're able to make it on that other side, you still have them tendencies. I think we do. I know that's for darn sure. But it, you know, and then, you know, I mean, you know, even when us living like that, when I was working, we still were able to do whatever everybody else was able to do. We had to do it on our time frame, you know. It might not work this year, but next spring we'll be able to do it, pull it off, or whatever, you know. You know, there's a bunch of common themes that run through the comments all the time, man. I notice it, and it's stuff I plainly think talk about on here too. You know, starting and saving early as you can. You know, save and invest as much as you can when you can. You know, delaying gratification. I ain't never said them words because I don't think of it like that. Same for that sacrificing. You know, to me, it's just what everybody does. You know, I'm kind of naive that way because obviously everybody doesn't think that way. But all this stuff is common knowledge stuff, man. It's stuff we hear all our lives, so I can't understand why nobody would or somebody wouldn't. But it happens. But you know, that's one of the big things that crosses my mind once in a while is am I cheating myself or cheating us by not going out and living kind of high on the hog compared to the way we do, which wouldn't take much. But you know, the way I look at it, man, hey man, we're darn near 60 years old. We done got just about everything we ever wanted. So we've been everywhere we wanted or whatever, you know. There's nothing out there that's going to bring that much joy to me for me to spend a pile of money on, you know. So if it don't increase my happiness in retirement, you know, I just can't see spending just because I can, you know what I mean? Because you know that 3,300, you know, that's what goes in checking account. No, that's what I need to have in there. I actually have a little over 3,800 a month going in my checking account. So I mean, we got plenty of buffer. But it, you know, I don't know, man. It was just a habit we got into, and it ends up causing us problems from time to time in retirement. But it's you know, any problem I have don't last more than a few minutes usually. It's gonna have to be something major to make it last more than an hour, because it just takes a second to step back and say, hey man, I got this money over here, you know, what the heck am I worried about, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know. But hey man, I got for any of you new viewers out there, I got a couple of months ago I did a series of Flashback Friday videos discussing all the big topics of retirement, health insurance, 401, junk like that. It's kind of a cheat sheet on, you know, why and how I'm doing it. You know, maybe that'll help you if you get confused about, you know, why am I doing something this way or that way. Those videos explain it pretty much. If you don't, man, just ask. I'll get back to you. Went over to Mama's this morning. She sure did appreciate all those Happy Mother's Day wishes y'all give her. I originally done it just so she could talk to her sisters and tell them that she was she was on the YouTube. Her picture was, and I didn't think about anybody leaving comments. But I tell you what, Doc, we sat over there. I was over there for a few minutes, and we was reading, and she just got so tickled. Scotland, got somebody from Scotland. I said, yeah, you know, worldwide now. She got to laughing. A few minutes of fun, Doc. It'll last for a lifetime. But I appreciate that. She appreciated it. She wanted to make sure I told y'all. That was awful nice of y'all. But listen, man, y'all take care of yourselves and enjoy your week. Best you can, anyway. It's supposed to rain here the next 2 days. But y'all take care, and we'll talk to y'all later.